All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to try and settle one of the biggest, oldest debates in the entire fitness world, calisthenics versus weights. You know the scene. It's a classic showdown, right? In one corner, you've got the raw, primal power of calisthenics, just you and your body against gravity. And in the other, the engineered raw power of the weight room. Both promise an incredible physique, but man, they take you down two very different roads. But let me just give you a little spoiler right up front. There is no single best method. The real secret here, the truth, is that the right answer depends completely on what you, yes, you, actually want to achieve. So that's how we're going to break this down, goal by goal. Okay, first things first, let's make sure we're all speaking the same language. What do we even mean when we talk about calisthenics and weightlifting? Let's define our terms. So, calisthenics. You can think of this as the art of mastering your own body weight. It's you versus gravity, plain and simple. We're talking push-ups, pull-ups, squats, these big compound movements that force your entire body to work together as one cohesive, powerful unit. And then you've got weightlifting. This is all about using external tools, dumbbells, barbells, you name it, to literally engineer your body. The big advantage here? You have total, precise control over the resistance, which lets you zero in on specific muscles and systematically force them to grow. Now, here's our first plot twist. You'd think that bodyweight training would be the most beginner-friendly option, right? No equipment, just you. But honestly, for a lot of people just starting out, weightlifting is actually way more accessible. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. I mean, think about it. If you can't do a single pull-up, you just can't. But literally anyone can go to a lat pull-down machine, pick a really light weight, and start building those exact same back and bicep muscles. Weights let you meet your body exactly where it's at today. All right, let's dive into our first big goal, packing on muscle. If your number one priority is hypertrophy, that's just the sciencey term for muscle growth, which method gets you there the fastest? You know, the verdict on this one is pretty clear across the board. If you're chasing that bodybuilder look and you want to maximize every ounce of muscle on your frame, the weight room is the undisputed king. It's just a more direct, straightforward system for making muscles bigger. And the magic word here is progressive overload. With weights, it's so simple. You just add another plate to the bar. That's it. It's simple, it's measurable, and it works. Plus, weights let you isolate muscles, making sure they do all the work. And let's be honest, when it comes to your legs, a bodyweight pistol squat is incredibly hard, but it's just not going to build the same kind of raw size and strength as squatting 2 times your body weight. Progressing in calisthenics is a whole different animal. You're not just adding 5 pounds to a bar. You are leveling up your skills, going from a regular push-up to, say, a one-arm push-up. That's not just a strength increase. It's a long, tough journey of mastering a complex new skill. Okay, so we've talked about getting bigger. Now, what about getting leaner? If your main goal is fat loss and just improving your overall conditioning, who wins that matchup? Well, if we're talking about burning the most calories during the actual workout, calisthenics definitely takes the cake. Because you're constantly moving, using your whole body, it's perfect for high-intensity circuits that just torch calories like crazy. But it's really a two-part story. See, while calisthenics might win the battle of the workout, weightlifting might just win the war. By helping you build more overall muscle, it actually increases your metabolism around the clock. You end up burning more calories 24/7, even when you're just sitting on the couch. So really, they're both amazing tools for fat loss. Okay, fine. What about strength that you can actually use in the real world? Let's talk about functional fitness, the kind of strength that helps you move better, have better balance, and just control your body. And this, right here, is where calisthenics absolutely shines. It is the king. It literally teaches your body to work as one seamless, integrated machine. You're not just moving an object from point A to point B. You are learning to control and move your own body through space with power and grace. That is the definition of athletic, real-world strength. So let's quickly break down the practical stuff. As you can see, calisthenics is basically free. You can do it anywhere. Huge win. But progress can be slower and harder to track. Weights, on the other hand, well, they usually require a gym membership, but they give you almost endless ways to scale the difficulty and target specific muscles. And if you want to understand what we mean by strength transfer, this quote from the legendary gymnastics coach Christopher Sommer says it all. The insane body control and raw strength from high-level calisthenics carries over to weights in a massive way. But it rarely, if ever, works the other way around. So, we've seen where each one excels. But this whole time, we've been asking the wrong question. What if you don't actually have to choose? What if the real secret is to combine them? And that brings us to the hybrid approach. This is all about taking the best of both worlds. You use weightlifting for what it's amazing at, building that foundation of raw strength and muscle. And then you pair it with calisthenics to develop elite body control, mobility, and skill. It's a killer combination. And what does that look like in practice? It's actually pretty simple. You could have a couple days a week where you focus on big, heavy lifts like squats and deadlifts. Then you have another 2 days where you work on your calisthenic skills, your pull-ups, your dips, maybe some handstand practice. The result? A balanced, athletic, and seriously capable body. But look, after all the science, all the debate, all the pros and cons, it really just comes down to this one simple, powerful truth. The most perfectly designed workout plan on the planet is completely useless if you don't actually enjoy it enough to do it consistently. Consistency always wins. So you see, the debate was never really about the park versus the power rack. It was always about your goals. It was always about you. So the only real question left is, which tools are you going to pick up to start building the body and the life that you want? The next move is yours.